in the studio. Happy Tuesday again, and I want to thank the people that came in last week and purchased home, auto, and life insurance from me. And if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Don Marquez, and I'm an insurance agent. I've been an insurance agent for over 22 years. I love what I do. I love the business. I love helping you. I want to be your insurance agent. Yes, I do. I want to be your insurance agent. The difference is between me and most agents, I will sit down with you and talk to you and let you know exactly what you're covered with on your auto insurance, your homeowner's insurance. Yes, yes, yes. And we always talk about life insurance and your insurance connection. It's so important. But you need to understand on your auto insurance, let's talk about that real quick. A lot of people, I ask them all the time, what kind of life auto insurance do you have? And I'm fully covered. What's your coverages, line by line? What is your bodily injury? What is your liability? What is your property damage? What is your uninsured motorist coverage? And you cannot give me that answer. So that tells me that your agent hasn't sat down with you and went over line by line with you on your coverages that you're paying for every single month. What you're looking at is the final price, how much it's going to cost me per month. I get that. But I also want to make sure if you're in a car accident, you're insured. If you need to file a claim for something, you are insured. That makes the difference when you have to sit down and have an insurance review with me. And the reviews absolutely don't cost you any money. If you have a good auto insurance policy, low cost, with coverages on it, I'll push it back, the paperwork back to you and say, hey, stay where you are for now. For more information, my name is Don Marquez. You're tuned in to Your Insurance Connection. We talk about insurance on Your Insurance Connection. You can contact me at 702-236-2624. My contact phone number is 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. Veronica's standing by right now as we speak to take your name and your number, because we have other calls. Take your name and your number. We'll call you right back after the show. Again, 702-236-2624 is my contact phone number. We'll sit down and give you a full review. We will review your auto insurance, your homeowner's insurance, and yes, we will review your life insurance. I received a call today from a young lady. She wanted to insure her 86-year-old mom for life insurance. The cutoff is 85. So if you don't have any life insurance and you're waiting around for that day to come, I don't know what day it is going to be, but as we get older, a lot of people procrastinate on buying life insurance, and we get older all the time, and the older we get, the more the rate costs you for a life insurance. So you don't want to procrastinate on your life insurance policies. You want to get your life insurance in order, get your house in order. We can do a bundle. We can do the home, auto, and life. We can put a package together for you. A home and auto is going to discount each other, and we have your life insurance in place. And I know a lot of you thinking right now, well, I have life insurance on my job. Well, good luck with that one, because a lot of those job life insurance policies don't pay, because a lot of times, too, there are stipulations where if you're not hurt on the job, it's not job related, it may or may not pay your life insurance policy. And if it does pay your life insurance, they can hold you up for 120 days before that policy pays out. Now, if you're in a union, I understand the union does pay some small fees for life insurance. I call it fees because you pay your dues every month. They will reimburse the family so much money, but it takes a death certificate. They have to process it. And by that time that happens, your loved one is on ice for quite some time. But don't let that happen. Get your separate life insurance policy, whether you're in the union, credit union, you work for a company, and you're non-union. Get your separate life insurance policy, because those benefits could change all the time. And we see them change all the time because, of course, corporate America is looking for that nickel and save that dollar wherever they can. And a lot of times, too, the benefits goes away first. 702-236-2624 is my contact phone number, 702-236-2624. In my studio today, joining me for the very first time is Mr. John Melvin. John Melvin is he's a young insurance agent that's been out there for a little bit. I asked John. John is a regional manager, right? You're a regional.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you're,
sir.
You're a regional manager. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
John Melvin is a regional manager, and he has his own insurance agency. He's building his teams. And I recently just came aboard on John's team. He's been recruiting me for quite some time. I told him I'm Michael Jordan. And, you got to come over. You're recruiting Michael Jordan, man. I'm Michael Jordan. So what do you have? Got to give me one of those deals. I can't refuse. So, but anyway, so we're working together now. John has great products and services to offer. But we're here today to talk about a career in the insurance industry. Now, if you're tired of what you're doing, your job, you're tired of what you're doing, you're looking for something different, look into the insurance industry. John, go ahead and tell our listeners about the wonderful products and services we provide, and also the career opportunities available in the insurance industry.
Once again, thank you for having me, Don. It's definitely a pleasure to be on the Insurance Connection. Always watching it and fan. In this industry, the one thing I love is honestly what we do is, most people are taught how to buy homes. Mm-hmm. Most people are taught how to buy cars and to buy material things. But the one thing that most people are not taught how to do is buy money. Mm-hmm. And so really, yes, technically we sell insurance, but in all reality, we teach people how to buy money at discounted rates. I mean, where else can you buy $500,000 of tax-free money for, say, $100 or $150 a month? Mm-hmm. So, in this industry, what we're really doing is we're changing families' lives, and we're teaching how to leave a legacy to your family and do it at a low expense and buying cash. Now, like you said, the insurance industry, most individuals are looking to make extra money, part-time or full-time. I think, as a little boy, I never thought about being in the insurance industry. That's not something you really strive to do, possibly. But when you take a look at the opportunity, when you look at some options out there, you look at industries, you look at the health industry. The health industry is a $280 billion industry. Entertainment is like a $1 trillion industry. You look at telecommunications, a $2 trillion industry. You look at travel, $9 trillion. So you say, okay, if I'm going to do something financially to bring more income into my family's home, it will make sense that I'm going to be part of the biggest, baddest, best industry out there. So you say, okay, what's bigger than that? And you look at the insurance and the financial industry, it's over $100 trillion industry. And the reason why is because if you look to your left, you look to your right, everything that you love and trust on, everything that you care about is all backed up by insurance.
That's right. It's around you. You can't see it. It's an invisible entity. It's like blue sky. But if we're going to drive a car, we have to have insurance.
Exactly.
If we buy a home, we have to have insurance. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're a renter, you have to have renter's insurance. And if you have to have healthcare insurance. And now you need life insurance. I like what you just said about when you're buying money on life insurance. You take out a $100,000 life insurance policy. If you divide that by the years, it'll take you to save $100,000. Mm-hmm. The life insurance, you're buying money. It's an automatic. And the thing about it is, it's an automatic savings account. Now, me being an agent for over 22 years, I've written people up for life insurance, and we've had to pay claims out less than a year. Mm-hmm. Now, when they purchased that life insurance face amount, we had to pay the family tax-free that money that they purchased. Now, whether you around for a long time or a short time, you're going to put less money in it than the family will get out of it. It does pass on a legacy, a financial legacy, mm-hmm. a financial... listen, I mean, I listen to a lot of people. And the first thing they talk about is, woe is me. We didn't have any life insurance. Now we have all these debts. Mm-hmm. $15,000 to bury your loved one on average, or more. Yep. Or more. Now you have to move them out of their furniture out of their house, or pay a mortgage, or pay utility bills to keep the house going while it's being sold. I have to fly out of town. The expense just keeps adding up more and more every day. And then you have to close out their final business. Yes. A spouse or a loved one, especially if you have a spouse that passed away. My wife passed away in January, and I'm still closing out her business. Mm-hmm. I'm still finding bills coming in the mail. The other day, a $5,000 bill came in the mail. I'm like, wow, where did this come from? Yes. But now I'm closing out her business. Fortunately, we have life insurance. But I share my experience because, I'm not immune. You're not. No one is immune. I hear people say, well, if something happens to me. If. You like that? If. Something is going to happen to all of us. We all have a day and time where we are going to leave this earth. You can get a life insurance policy now to protect your family, continue your family legacy. And I say this to you, John, just look all around you. Everybody didn't accumulate this wealth overnight. A lot of this wealth that we see around us is generational wealth. And a lot of wealth is passed down through a life insurance policy. It's the easiest way to accumulate wealth overnight. We have to understand as a people, we have to understand in our community, we have to understand the value of a life insurance policy. It comes with so much value.
It will, what I try to do is I try to, kind of bring it down to the basics, and that's the reason why I say buy money. Because what happens is most of us if we look at the terminology of buying cash, I think that we would understand that, if we buy a $200,000 home, okay, we don't own that home. All we did was buy a promise to pay. We bought a promise to pay for 30 years. So if you buy a $200,000 home, then your mortgage will say $1,000. So we're spending $12,000 a year for a $200,000 home. Now you buy a $200,000 policy. Okay. Now what you did was you bought money, and that $200,000 policy, let's just say, cost you $100 a month or $80 a month. That's $1,000 a year. So you buy a house for $200 for $12,000. You buy cash for $200 for $1,000. If we really understood money and understood how to attain it, then guess what? There should never be a generation where Big Mama died, then the mama died, then the son died, and they're struggling from generation to generation to generation. If a family struggles from generation to generation to generation, it's only because the lack of insurance, aka the lack of purchasing cash.
Right, and I totally agree with that. Because the generations struggle from one generation to the next, and it's the belief in life insurance too. Now, I do have to give our listeners a lot of credit, and our population, they do buy life insurance a lot of times, and the women, they're the more responsible parties, and the fellas, we can step up a little bit. And I say this on my show all the time: the women are the ones that contact me, and they're the ones that are concerned about their families, because usually they're the survivor.
Exactly.
The wife is the survivor in most cases, and she's concerned about her financial stability after he's gone, and he may or may not have bought any life insurance, and if he did purchase life insurance, and sometimes just the wrong policy. I review at least 10 policies. I would say at least 8 of those policies are wrong for the person.
Okay.
Wrong for the person because a lot of times they will outlive the policy. Now they're at an older age.
Exactly.
They can't convert the policy, a term policy, into a universal life or a whole life policy, or the policy will expire at a certain date. And I'm quite sure they've heard this philosophy: buy this and invest the rest. Well, a lot of people are not that disciplined. They're not that disciplined. I say buy a life insurance policy. It says life insurance. Buy it for the rest of your life, and keep it. Don't let it lapse. I don't understand how people can buy a life insurance policy, pay on it for, 6 months to 2 years, and then let the thing lapse.
Well, it's the fugazi. Because what happens is there are individuals who say you don't need insurance forever. But the problem is when you're young and healthy, what you're telling me is to pay an insurance company premiums when the less likelihood of me passing is low. And then as I get older and my health starts to go down, and now the likelihood of me passing is higher, now my term expires without conversion clauses. So now you're telling me to let the insurance company off the hook. So we're not going to do that no more.
No.
We're not going to do that no more. And to go into the tie is what we need more good individuals out here ready to fight that cause and ready to champion the cause of being a professional in the streets, being an insurance agent.
What are you talking about? Someone stepping around here. Talking about a conversion. Now, a conversion means you're taking a term insurance policy, being able to roll it over to a permanent insurance. Now, a term insurance policy, if in fact you have a term insurance policy, is getting ready to expire. Do not let it run out and expire. You do have an opportunity to can roll it over, and most insurance companies can let it roll over. And if you need help with that, we can roll it over to universal life or a whole life policy so it'll cover you the rest of your life. And the only qualification is your current age. Now, if you've had this term policy for a while, do not let it run out its course, because now you're buying life insurance all over again. You have to requalify over again. Now, with a term policy you already have in place, we can convert it for you. Contact us 702-236-2624. Veronica standing by right now, 702-236-2624. We can help you roll over that term insurance to a permanent life insurance policy. Now, there is a few companies out there, and I have to say this, that you cannot roll that term insurance policy over.
Yes, sir.
Now, that is designed for you to outlive the policy, and at a certain age in your life, you have to buy new insurance. Now, your health could have changed. But we can also review that too and give you some affordable options.
Yes.
Life insurance is affordable. It builds cash value. It is a nest egg. Like John said earlier in this broadcast, you're buying money. If you could go to the bank and say, I want to buy a $500,000 savings account, okay? And the bank is going to look at you and say, what? But you can go purchase a life insurance policy.
Yes.
It's the same concept. You can say, I want $500,000 life insurance policy. You're buying money.
Yes.
It's an automatic savings account. Just imagine, you won't collect on it, but you could use the cash value assets in it.
Yes.
Or you can get disbursements through a IUL.
Yes.
You can go ahead and explain that. We got about a couple of minutes. You can explain that IUL.
Well, the IUL is basically, it's an opportunity for individuals to take full advantage of some of the IRS codes. Most people know about the 401k, 403b. These are different Internal Revenue codes. There's a code out there that's called Internal Revenue Code IRC 7702. Basically, what this states is you can put money underneath the umbrella of insurance, and you can actually pull the money out and not have to pay taxes on the gains. Where else can you go and accumulate, earn interest, and take money out and not have to pay those taxes? And there's a lot of individuals that have utilized this concept. Most people maybe heard of Doris Christopher, Pampered Chef. She took $3,000 from her cash value policy and started Pampered Chef and sold it to Warren Buffett. There's an article, if you Google it, it talks about 3,000 to 700 million, because that's what she earned from pulling the money out from her cash value to start that company. So many individuals. Walt Disney didn't have any money to start Disneyland, so he had to pull money from his cash value to start Disneyland. So the concept is if there was a way, Don, if there was a way for you to actually save money for your future, not have to worry about the taxes, not have to worry about the market loss, and have liquid access without penalties, would that be of any interest to you?
Or it should be. It's like buying money. It's like walking in the bank and saying, hey, I want an instant savings account for $500,000, $100,000, whatever you qualify for. A lot of people, too, just looking for final expense, burial expenses.
Yes.
Because that time has passed them by. The health has changed. And of course, if you have diabetes, on dialysis, if you have cancer, heart disease, COPD, I can help you with a life insurance policy. Now, it's not going to be that big, large life insurance policy we're talking about right now, because your health will dictate your qualifications.
Yes.
And I tell people that all the time. Your health actually dictates the rate. Now, when we quote you rates out here, it's just a guideline for us, according to your height, your weight, your whether you're a smoker or non-smoker, the type of medications you take. We have to underwrite you up front.
Yes.
Just because we're talking about large amounts of life insurance, we're talking about securing a family's future. Now, you may or may not qualify for it depending on your health. I can get you something.
Exactly.
I can get you something. It's still buying money, but it's still securing your family. So your family is not in debt. You're passing on that generational debt, like you said earlier in the broadcast, from one generation to the next, and everybody's in the same boat. They're not getting ahead in life. It's an anchor on their mind. Well, I got to pay for mom's funeral. Now dad is sick. Now my brother's not doing well, and it comes in threes.
And well, let me just say this before we close, because there's two sides to it, right? We could talk about the insurance side, and you're phenomenal in the community. Everybody knows Don. I always joke around with you, but literally everybody knows Don.
Well, thank you.
Because you are a wealth of knowledge, and you are the individual who's the professional in this industry. So what happens is if you're listening to this broadcast, there's two sides. One side is, hey, you need to contact Don for your to solve your problem when it comes to your insurance needs. But then also too, there's a second problem solver, because what we do, you and I, all we do is we solve problems. It just so happens that we do it in the financial arena. Well, most individuals need to solve the problem of cash flow. So, my mentor taught me, he says, John, do you think you could be successful if you could teach people how to solve their number one problem? And I'm like, huh? He said, listen, contact the last 10 people that you spoke to in your phone and ask them, what's your number one problem? What's your number one problem? What's your number one problem? He said, what would most people say their number one problem is?
Money.
Money.
So, all day.
So now it says, wouldn't it make sense to be in the money industry? And that's how I got into this money industry. So I believe that, the insurance companies are phenomenal at building the products, but they don't have the skill set to go out and do what we do. So they need us to solve the problem of partnering the consumer with the product. So if you're looking for an opportunity to increase your cash flow, part-time or full, this right here is the space that you need to operate in, I believe.
Well, limited cash to get started. You study for the examination, for the state examination, for the health insurance, for health, life, PNC, auto, whatever reading you want to get into. There's so many different divisions, and as far as African Americans, taking advantage of this opportunity. It's very, very few of us out there doing it.
Yes.
And I'll tell you something. When I first got into the insurance business, I was recruited. I have my own business. I own an art gallery, picture frame shop. I was doing it for 10 years. And you know, I was recruited. They said, look, we want entrepreneurs, because there is a business side of this insurance business.
Exactly.
Running the office, running the
Yeah.
staff, making sure everything pays for itself. However, I found that the low cost startup, the money I spent to get my education, then taking the state exam, then getting appointed by an insurance company, and my first sale, I got all my investment back on my first sale. What an opportunity. And you know, you get up one morning and say, I want to make X amount of dollars this year, and you go out and do it.
Exactly.
You give yourself a raise. No one is dictating you. The more money you make, the more they like you in this business. They don't get upset because you're making a lot of money.
Exactly.
Oh, they love you. They treat you nice. If you're looking for a career opportunity and you want to change what you're doing, give us a call at 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624, 702-236-2624. What do you need is a laptop. You need a cell phone, and you need transportation. And yes, you have to dress a certain way because people look at you.
Exactly.
You represent the
We're the
company.
brand.
You're the brand.
We're the brand.
So you see yourself. Every time people see me out, they make fun of me. They call me Johnny Cochran because I always wear suits.
Exactly.
They said, "Here comes Johnny Cochran," and I don't look nothing like Johnny Cochran. I don't think, but they call me Johnny Cochran. But they identify me as a professional.
Exactly.
And that's okay because Johnny wore suits all the time.
Exactly.
That's okay. And I don't represent OJ either. So, but but no, if you're looking for something, if you're tired of what you're doing, and you've been like, what can I do? If you try to open up a business, you got to go invest hundreds of thousands of dollars. You got to get a loan. You know, though sometimes those businesses succeed, sometimes they don't. If you know, and I'm have positive energy for anyone that just want to take the step forward. But this is an opportunity, low risk.
Yes.
And the rewards are great on the end. 702-236-2624. We have a couple minutes left. 702-236-2624. 702-236-2624 is my contact phone number. Real quick, I want everybody to tune in and check out Greg DeVille right here on Power 88. Now, Greg is all over the place. I don't know if he's on Fridays anymore or Mondays. I heard him on broadcasting yesterday. But Greg is turning renters into homeowners. His phone number is 702-515-4100, 702-515-4100. Contact Greg DeVille. He is a man with a plan to take you as a renter and make you a homeowner. Or you're looking to get that smaller home, Greg can help you with that too. Just check him out here on 88.1. He's on Mondays or Fridays. I think he's changed his schedule a little bit to get those new listener ears. 702-515-4100. Greg DeVille. Also, check it out, Like It Is Radio, right here on 88.1 on Fridays from 10 a.m. To 11 o'clock. We have Franklin and Cheryl on there just keeping the diaspora real, keeping the community on what's going on politically and also socially. Check them out right here at Power 88. John, I want to appreciate you coming on my show, man. It's so much valuable information. We could talk about this for hours.
Exactly.
Because in this business, I love what I do. I love helping people. Make a difference. My first life insurance policy benefit that I delivered to a family was a young lady that lost her sister and left a 3-year-old son behind. It was a $100,000 life insurance benefit. But she was so grateful because now she had to take her nephew in and raise her nephew because she lost her sister and the dad died at the same time. Sister came in. I gave him a check for $100,000. Now, believe it or not, John, it took the sister 2 years for me. Then she bought that policy, life insurance policy, from me. I was very persistent. I said, "You need a life insurance policy." She said, "I'm so tired of you." She purchased that life insurance policy. Within a year, she passed away.
Wow.
We paid out $100,000. The sister was so grateful because now she had money for the child's education. And it was my manager told me, he said, "Donald, you're not going to understand the importance of what you do until you deliver a death benefit to a family and look at their eyes and you know, and they're going to be so grateful that you took the time out with their loved one and they purchased a life insurance policy." And that can happen to you too. No one is immune from it. If you have a current life insurance policy, let's sit down and review it. Yes. Let's sit down and have a life insurance review. Let's sit down and have a review all of your insurances. 702-236-2624 is my contact phone number. 702-236-2624. My location is right on the corner of Sahara and Rancho in the beautiful U.S. Bank building. I work on appointment only. 702-236-2624. John, our time is up.
All right.
Went by pretty quick, didn't it?
It went by quick.
Well, any closing comments real fast and real quick? You want to shout out to your crew or something?
Well, I want to give a shout out to everybody, that's working with me. We're doing something phenomenal in the community, and I give a shout out to you, Don. You are the Johnny Cochran of the insurance and the financial industry. So,
Thank you very much. Hey, listeners, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna do this again next week. Now, this Friday we're not broadcasting. Next Friday we will. Tune in next Tuesday from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Until then, we just keep it crispy.